welcome to Talk Shit with Semi Sparkle episode. Fuck me, I don't know. Wait, let me have a look. Oh, episode 6. I only made it 6 episodes without giving up on it. Wow, that was 4 months ago. Hi, I'm back. Hey. Wow, I'm literally fucking psycho. Okay, so how's everyone doing? What's the tea? What's the 411? Also, I think I'm selling the couch. I realize I actually, like, it's so comfy. It's so nice. Actually don't really love it that much. It's a great, like, vintage little couch, but that's not my vibe, is it? My vibe is cunt, not vintage. I randomly decided to pull out the camera today and film a potty episode for you guys because I've been thinking for a bit I can actually just do this whenever the fuck I want, and it really doesn't have to be a whole thing. Wait. I've forgotten how to talk to people. Give me a second. I've realized I don't have to do things the same way that everybody else does them. Okay? For me, I think a better system would be, how about whenever I feel like talking, I'll just make a podcast episode. So I think what happened is I got overwhelmed with trying to make it a constant weekly thing, which, I mean, look, ideally, it's not that fucking hard, is it? But I just simply couldn't do it. So, new game plan. I'm just going to do it whenever I want to. This whole podcast experience, whatever, is meant to be laid back and casual and kind of just a rambling and, you know, nothing really cemented. So that's the plan. That's what's happening. And I'm really excited. Where have I been for the past 4 months, you ask? I got a job. I got a real job. I've been working my little tushy off, trying to save for America. I got a little factory job. I was an actual factory hand, wearing like high vis and fluoro, getting up in the morning, working 10-hour days in a plastic bag factory. Some days, the only thing I would contribute to the world, all right, is like 10,000 single-use plastic bags. And no, I'm not proud of it. All right, but a job's a job. And overall, despite the environmental impact, I did really enjoy the job. It was literally, I would just put plastic bags in boxes. Okay, the plastic bag would come in the machine, it would cut it, and then it would be like there, and then I'd fold the plastic bags and put them in fucking boxes. It was gorgeous. I read books. All right, I literally made it through like the whole Hunger Games fucking, the Hunger Games book series. Okay, because it was 10-hour shifts, and it was literally just, that's like a book a day, doll. All right. I listen to books, I listen to podcasts, I became so educated, and it was really good. I actually really did enjoy it, and I was getting paid to just kind of like stand there. And it was continuous work too. They fired me though. So that happened. I don't know, have you guys ever been fired? I'm humiliated. I actually needed to take a good week and a bit to just not speak and be a little bit depressed about it. I felt very ashamed. They were lovely. They fired me literally just because they ran out of work, which, look, it happens, whatever. And I was casual. It's fine. It happens. It's embarrassing as fuck. They're just like, hey, can we see you up in the staff room? And I go, yeah, sure, why not? And then I start walking up there, and then I realize that, like, everyone's kind of walking with me, and I'm like, oh, what's this? Are they going to give me a raise? Because I'm literally just, like, so good at putting plastic bags in boxes. No, we're letting you go. And I go, oh, now, okay, here's my advice to employers. If you're going to do that, just one-on-one's fine. One-on-one is fine. Maybe 1-on-2 is fine. All right, so you can have a witness, whatever. But for God's sake, I did not need a board meeting, please. Very embarrassing. And, you know, my response? Yeah, no worries, all good. Yeah, my response was, all good. Don't worry about it. Seriously. I'm so fine. I literally am so fine. Thank you so much. And I just walked out. See you guys. See ya. And then I get in the car and I'm like, it's humiliating. I've never been fired before. I never want to be fired again. That was really embarrassing. So that's kind of where I've been. I've really just been trying to like work my little tushy off to try and get enough money to go to see my boyfriend in America. Hi, Cameron. Everybody say hi, Cameron. Hi. Oh, bless you. Bless you. I managed to, you know, collect some coins, and I am headed to America in like 2 weeks, which is crazy. What the fuck? That's fucking crazy. I'm headed to America in 2 weeks. I've got a big long ass flight. I'm a bit fucking nervous about that. I've only been overseas once, and that was Thailand when I was 14. Guys, keep an eye out. It's gonna be Vlog Central. I actually, if I say one more time, I need you to fucking shoot me in the head. Okay? It's gonna be Vlog Central. It's going to be so much fun. There's gonna be so many vlogs. I want to try Wendy's. I want to try In-N-Out. I want to try Sonic, Raising Cane's, Arby's, Popeyes, whatever the fuck they are. I want to try it all, okay? I want to go to fucking Panera Bread, alright? I want to go to Claire's. I want to go everywhere. I don't know why, to me, that is so exciting. Do you know what is so funny? I was talking with my friend the other day, and we were like, isn't it crazy? I want to go to America for the cuisine. If someone said, where in the world would you want to go to for the food? And my uncultured ass says the United States of America, please. I want to have pasta in Italy. And me, I'm like, I want burger from America. What an idiot. But it's true. I can't help it. I've always felt left out. No more. I'm not going to feel left out anymore because I am getting a fucking burger from In-N-Out. I'm so excited. I'm going to need an extra seat on the way back, I tell you right now, because I'm eating. Mama's going to be eating in America, I tell you right now. I'm so excited. God, I'm counting down the seconds. But I'm even more excited to see my boyfriend. I don't know if you guys know this, but my love language is physical touch. And I'm in a relationship with somebody and I can't touch them. And sometimes, yeah, it's hard. And not get your mind out of the gutters, not touch in a sexual way, you nasties. I more mean, like, I just need someone to hold at night. And, like, yeah, I am still, you know, gang, whatever the fuck. Like, I don't give a shit. But I also just want to be held. You know what I mean? I just want to be held. I just want to feel the warmth of a man at night, okay? What do you want me to do about it? I am very excited to play with his hair. I am really excited to, like, run my fingers up and down his back. Not in a sexual way. Just in a... Seriously, stop it. Just in a way that... A nice way. I like to touch and I like to be held. And it's very important to me and I'm really excited for that. That's what I'm most excited for about America. Which is quite beautiful if you think about it. I can be happy anywhere in the world as long as I'm with him. Boo! Stop, guys. Stop. I know. But what do we have planned while I'm there, Stanley? What do I have planned? I've got... Oh my fucking God, I've got the sweat tour. Now, if you don't know what the sweat tour is, for all my middle-aged mothers that follow me, I love you guys. You're my favorite and you're my target audience, and I love yous. So the sweat tour is Charlie XCX. She released the Brat album, which was a cultural impact like no other. That's what that green color and the word brat is there, and like sometimes some funny sayings that I posted on my stories. I love yous. Don't worry, I got you back. Give the album Brat a listen. I think you would love it. And so she went on tour with Troye Sivan, you know, our homegrown talent, our Australian little gay boy who's made it overseas. Sweet like Marabou. Look at you. You know that? Anyway, they're going on tour together and they aren't coming in Australia. All right. But it's a very exciting tour and I really cannot believe I'm going. All right. Everyone is jealous of me and that's exactly what I want everyone to be. And I'm really fucking excited. I'm going to the sweat tour. Cameron and I, he bought it for me. Isn't he gorgeous? He's so gorgeous. I'm so in love with this man. So now I've planned out my outfit. I'm planning out his outfit. We've got the Brat Sunnies. I'm so excited. It's going to be like a little rave with a bunch of gay people. And I'm just going to feel like at home. And I'm going to sweat. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I feel like the universe is like gifting me. It's saying, sorry about that. Here's some good things for you. That's kind of what it feels like because I feel like I am in a really good spot. And I feel like I've earned it. I feel like I deserve it. I really do. And I'm welcoming it. I'm saying, yes, I'm accepting the good things. I am, you know, I'm not accepting anything bad. If something bad is trying to come my way, I completely I dodged the fucking shit out of it. I don't accept. I do not accept. All right. And I think things have been working because of that. Now, I really wish I could tell you why the quality in that last clip was so fucking foul. But I can't because I don't really know what I'm doing. I just have a camera and the microphone and I kind of just figured out how to like work it out bare basic style. I'm techie, I'm not that techie. So I do apologize for the awful quality of that. But what, do you want me to go redo it? No, I'm not doing that. Now, there are a few things I want to talk about. I want to talk about this healing journey that I've been going on, everyone. I know we're going to get into more therapy talk. How exciting. More doom and gloom. Here we go. No, but seriously, hold on. Let me fucking finish. It's been quite healing and I feel quite good about it. I want to start by saying, yeah, I was diagnosed with C-PTSD in 2019. I was diagnosed with that. Did they explain what that fucking was to me? No. Actually, they did. They said, yeah, it's like PTSD, but a little bit more complex. I said, okay. You know how I said I was like reading lots of books? By reading, I mean it was like audiobooks and shit. You know how I said that? There was this one book that I am actually going to credit to changing my whole entire outlook in life and the whole entire outlook in myself as well. And the book's called What My Bones Know by Stephanie Sue. I am a different person. I am a different person after listening to that book. It has changed so much. It has set me upon a path to being a better person. CPTSD is not spoken about. I think it's a very confusing diagnosis. It's not on the DCM, whatever the fuck, the DSM. But it is a real thing, and it explains so much about me. I'll explain to you what CPTSD is. CPTSD happens when someone experiences repeated trauma over a long period, like abuse or neglect, especially during childhood. Unlike regular PTSD, which can be caused by one big event, CPTSD develops when someone feels trapped in a harmful situation for a long time. This can make people feel constantly on edge, struggle with trust, or have a really hard time understanding their emotions. It's like the trauma sticks with them and affects how they see the world, themselves, and others. I've never realized how much of who I am is my trauma and is what I've gone through. And I'm feeling a bit pissed off about it because I kind of thought, you know, if I work through my traumas, then I'll be okay. But that's not how it works, actually. It lives in me and it will continue to live with me. Another book that's helpful is The Body Keeps the Score. It's about how trauma really does live inside of you. I never had words to be able to put to this until I read this book, What My Bones Know. I've never been able to relate to something so much in my whole entire life. I'll explain my kind of explanation of CPTSD and the difference between PTSD. So the difference really is traditional PTSD is surrounded by a moment. So it's much easier to find the triggers when, you know, you are referencing a singular big moment that's happened. Whereas with CPTSD, it's so hard to find the triggers. I don't know all the triggers. I don't know what can cause me anxious and make me shut down and make me behave the way I behave because my abuse happened from a period of a child, you know, to my late teens. So I was living in a constant state of threat and violence and, you know, and anxiety for all of that time. That whole time was my event. All of those years was my traumatic event that I keep referencing, that my brain is like constantly telling me I'm unsafe. And I can tell you now that I get very anxious and very uncomfortable when I hear the rain. And I know exactly why that is. And that's because when I was growing up, the house that I was abused the most at had a tin roof and it was very loud when it rained. So now my brain has correlated the sound of rain to danger, which is crazy. I know that. I know it's crazy, but I can't help but feel like fight or flight when I hear the sound of rain. It's insane. It's not insane, sorry. It's literally a trauma response. Okay? I can't, to this day, sit down on the couch and watch a movie in the lounge room on the TV. Like with Dad, used to fucking, that was his TV. And he would make a big fuss if anyone went to sit down and watch TV. He would snatch the remote out of your hands and he would start a big fight, start a big fucking uproar because someone's watching the TV on his TV in the lounge room. So I, to this day, can't sit down and fucking watch TV. There's so many little things like that. There's so many little things. It impacts how I deal with conflict. It impacts what I find funny. It impacts, like, when I'm feeling defensive. It impacts my relationships with my friends. It impacts fucking everything. Tell me why I'll go silent for fucking 6 hours from hearing pots and pans bang together. I don't know what the exact cause of that is, but I know that there is a fucking effect. And let me tell you, knowing the reason why I do things, or why I might lash out here, or why I might behave the way I behave in this example, that is the fucking key to me. I have a reason, and it is so fucking... It was so freeing. I literally was listening to this book, you guys, and I'd recommend anybody who, I don't know, has been diagnosed with C-PTSD, or, you know, thinks they might have it, or even has just grown up in a, you know, tumultuous household. I recommend reading this book. It's changed the way I think about everything. And it was the key to me to be able to heal and be able to work to be a better person. Because, like, I'll be honest, it's hard to be a good person and hold all of this fucking trauma on my fucking back for years. I did my best at being a good person, but I wasn't always a good person. Like, I'm going to continue to, you know, make mistakes and stuff. It's all fucking learning. But I think knowing the reason why I behave the way I behave is now going to help me stop it in its tracks, recognize why I do that, and try and change the way I do things. Now, I thought just because my wound doesn't hurt, it's healed. That's not the case. All right. I still have scars. And I'll be honest, I fucking hate talking in these, like, metaphors. Like, I find it so cringy, but, like, it's really... Metaphors are metaphors for a reason. It's a great way to, like, explain things. Anyway, let me get through this. I used to think just because my wound doesn't hurt anymore, that it's healed. But it's not. I have a scar. It lives on me. I have scars all over me, and it affects the way that I move through the world. I'm trying to learn some grounding techniques, guys, which is a whole thing. That's crazy. Like, there's, like, this counting colors one. It's like, all right, I just need to, like, ground myself. I need to be here because I'll tend to, like, go off into fairyland and, like, fester on things and such. So, or just, like, go into, like, absolute habit behavior, which is like, if I'm uncomfortable, I'm gonna fucking just tell you I'm uncomfortable, blah, 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 blah. Where grounding technique is just, if you're able to, stop yourself in the moment to be like, oh, wait, I just need to come back down to earth. How many pink things can I count in this room? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. How many orange things can I count? 1, 2. That's it. It's a grounding fucking technique. And it can really just bring you fucking right back down, and it can actually just get you to... It's been helping me a lot. I do feel quite vulnerable sharing this, and honestly, I wasn't going to, and I hadn't thought about sharing this in this podcast, so that's why it's a bit mumbled. It's a bit mumbled and it's a bit jumbled, but I truly do think that the way that I communicate makes sense to people, which is crazy because I'm actually just spewing 10 million thoughts out into a fucking microphone and hoping that one of them catches on to you guys. So I'm actually just currently on my journey with that. I'm currently on my journey to heal myself, to feel like a better person, to grow, and to correct behaviors, I guess. And this is where my other thought comes into it. Like, I'm actually a bit pissed off. This is going to cost money. I want to sue. I want to sue my dad. Are you kidding? Now as an adult, I have to pay for this? I'm pissed. I want money from my father. You suck. What are our thoughts on that, everybody? Should we be able to sue our parents or our abusers. I really do think that I'm onto something here. I think it's been said before, but I think it should actually be a fucking thing. Am I right? Pay up. Pay up, Dad. I want to sue my fucking dad. If I wasn't abused, alright, I'd probably be a fucking doctor or something by now. No, instead I'm 24 and I'm counting colours when I hear pots and pans bang together. Are you fucked? Pay up. Pay up. If there are any lawyers watching this, let's collab. My business email's in... Shut up. Alrighty. What's next on the agenda? I'm thinking Katy Perry. I got some things to say. What about you guys? Should we talk about Katy Perry? All right, let's talk about Katy Perry's album. Katy Perry, babe. I will say I have always rooted for Katy Perry. I've always wanted the best for her. I have always supported her. I was in the trenches with that Smile album, which I will stand by. I think is such a good fucking pop album. And I would say it's probably my second favorite Katy Perry album. If she was given the hype that she was given with the label and all that shit for Smile that she was for this fucking train wreck of an album, oh my God, it would have been Katy's back. Katy, like we love Katy. Why the fuck would you work with that man? Why the fuck would you do that? And not only why would you work with that man, why would you work with that man and make that album? If you're gonna work with him, it better be gold. It better be the best fucking bit of music you've ever fucking released and will ever release. Okay, and I am not gonna stand here and entertain the thoughts that no, she was under contract. Katy Perry for her last 3 albums, has not worked with Dr. Luke. Do you think that she would sign a fucking contract and say, yeah, okay, I will be forced to work with Dr. Luke? And she said herself, she chose who she wanted to work with. She wanted to recreate the magic of Teenage Dream. Unfortunately, you didn't. Oh my God, that album was bad. It was lackluster. It was boring. There was nothing redeemable about it. I liked the song Gorgeous. I'm not going to lie. But not enough for me to be like, download. Not enough. Not enough for me to download it. Okay. I do feel bad for Katy Perry, but I don't, because I think you knew what you were doing. I don't think she expected it to be like this. I do not think that she expected it to be like this. No one fucks with that man, and no one's going to fuck with anyone that man's working with. Okay? I can't believe you did that. And what a spit in the face to Kesha. And what a spit in the face to your fucking, to your fans that have been victims. It's disgusting. But not only that, and this is what I can't wrap my head around, not only is it morally awful, it is sonically awful. That sucks. Oh my God, I was kind of expecting... look, I will be honest with you guys. A part of me was kind of expecting this album to be so fucking good. In my head, I was like, this album has to be so good. It really must just be like the best piece of music we're ever going to get. Because I can't think of any other fucking reason why she would work with that man. Because really, it was doomed to begin with. It was doomed. And that Woman's World song, babe. Someone on your team is not your friend, Katy Perry. Actually, no one on your team is your friend. Anybody that stood by and said, yep, this is the one, you need to fire immediately. Alright, you need to fire them immediately. What happened to my Katy Perry that I knew? With the tongue-in-cheek lyrics and like the raw and real Katy Perry. Okay, the campy Katy Perry, not the club rat Katy Perry. Like, that's not you. That is not you. You are not a club rat, Katy Perry. You're silly, a little bit deranged, and it was just wrong. The album didn't feel like a Katy album. It felt like a man's album, really. It felt like what a man thinks women listen to nowadays. These pop stars, let me fucking tell you something. I could manage their fucking careers so bad. I could manage their careers so good. Okay, you know how everyone's kind of over Taylor Swift at the moment? I can tell you what Taylor Swift needs to fucking do. I know how Taylor Swift can be back in the hearts of everyone. This is what she needs to do. She needs to disappear for 2 years minimum. She's well too overexposed. And that sucks, but it just happens with everybody. But she's overstayed her welcome in the mainstream. And that is just what happens. And she knows it too. She needs to disappear for 2 years. We don't need to hear a peep. And she needs to spend those 2 years really making an album. All right? The problem with Tortured Poets was we know that didn't take a long time. The effort wasn't there. There was nothing truly magic about it. There was 2, 3, 4, and I'll maybe give you 5 good songs out of 30 with Tortured Poets. And this is upon reflection. When I first listened, I liked it, and now I can't pick any song apart besides 5, and that's being generous. She needs to spend 2 hours really, really focusing on the art of an album, like she did with Folklore. She needs to really focus and fall in love with making music. You know, she's made it to the billion. Now I think she needs to focus on the art. All right. I think she needs to do something experimental. I think she needs to make something that's really going to push her. And she needs to make it for her and not for anybody else. That's what I think Taylor Swift needs to do. And I don't know how we got started talking about Taylor Swift. Let's get back to Katy Perry. What Katy Perry needs to do now is, do you know what? If I was Katy Perry, I'd make a statement. This would be me. My bad. Yeah, no, that was pretty shit. Okay. I am contractually obligated to ride this out, but let me tell you, I recognize that this was a big mistake. All right, and I will be working on new music that I love and that means something to me and that's real and authentic. I feel like Katy Perry's gone to like hide in Brazil because Brazilians love every pop star no matter what. I love Brazilians. They will ride and die for anybody that comes to the country. Oh, it's just so disappointing. It's the flop of the century and I hate seeing it. I do only want good things for Katy Perry. Unfortunately, she's fumbled the bag. And it's a pretty fucking big bag to fumble. What Katy Perry should have done for this album is not work with people from 2010. All right, you don't want to recreate magic from Teenage Dream because the part of the magic about Teenage Dream was that it was 2010's music. It was for the time. It was a good moment for that time. You need to work with new people. All right, you need to source, you need to find people that understand what the culture is now, not these old fucking men. All right, you need to find people in the underground. Talk to people like Charlie XCX before you fucking start thinking about releasing an album. Talk to people who are trending and who are doing it right. See what they're doing. Charlie XCX is working with people you don't know. She needs to find new producers. She needs to find new writers. She needs the whole fucking rebrand and she needs to apologize for giving us this. And I don't know what it is about Katy Perry. I want her to do well and I want to support her. I don't know what. It's in my gut. It's like in a past life we were like besties or something. Because I feel bad for saying this. But the album was awful. Okay, who she worked with was awful. The image of the album is awful. It doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel authentic. It's a flop. Look at people like Sabrina Carpenter. The image of her album is so her. It feels authentic, but it's elevated. Okay, she's not there thinking of all of this stuff by herself, all right? There's a whole team behind the vision of Sabrina Carpenter, but the point of it is you look at it and you go, yeah, I see Sabrina Carpenter in like that 1950s, like that, you know, in her boudoir and like, you know, the sex appeal from like the Marilyns and like, you know, you see it and you believe it because there is a sense of that with Sabrina, but her brand is so on point. Look at people like her, the vision's there and it feels real and it feels authentic. Katy Perry should have gone in a different route. I could talk about this shit forever. I don't think people realize how much I know about pop culture. All right, I'm sitting here talking about my trauma 24/7. I swear, I know quite a bit about pop culture, and I do know pop music. I do know a thing or two about pop music. I do wonder what is next for Katy Perry. I don't think it's. Well, I don't want to think it's over for Katy. I don't want to think that. But I think that she needs to really look at her team, fire the fuck out of every single person on that team, and get a new team. What the fuck's been going on? It was just, oh my god, it was just bad. The whole album rollout was even bad too. Like, there's nothing redeemable. The only slightly redeemable thing, I think her VMA's performance was really good. Nah, I don't know what's next for Katy Perry. I think she needs to apologize, go make a real album, and come back. I would scrap the whole fucking thing. I would really be scrapping the whole fucking thing. And then the last thing I want to discuss, another thing I want to discuss today, speaking of pop stars, is Chappell Roan and why you've got all your fucking knickers in a twist, you fucking bitches. I can't stand you guys sometimes. You leave that fucking girl alone right now. You leave her alone right now. I've been a fucking Chappell stan since 2018. Back when she was doing the hard time. Can I love you in the meantime? That was Chappell in 2018 and I loved it. Alright, Pink Pony Club. That was my mum and I's favourite fucking song. Loved it. You leave her the fuck alone. I was following her when she was working at a fucking drive-thru. I remember watching TikToks and being like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing, girl? Why are you working in a fucking drive-thru with a voice like that? Please. I've tried to get everyone on Chappell Roan for fucking yonks. I love her to pieces. And I've got the receipts to back me the fuck up. But do you know what? She hasn't done a damn thing wrong and you guys are all just fucking annoying. Literally. She's done nothing wrong. She's brave. I'll give her that. She should expect, like, there's going to be backlash from that because people are entitled. People are just fucking entitled, and that's the way that things go. Imagine having a sook because a woman's like, hey, don't stalk me. Fuck off. What are you talking about? I find it bizarre. I have so many thoughts about this, but I think the way that people are turning on her, they're saying like, oh, rich and famous girls complains and blah, blah, blah. Do we not remember Miss Britney Spears? Okay, do we not remember Miss Britney Spears? She's so lucky. She's a star, but she cries, cries, cries. Yeah, fame is hard to deal with. It would be fucking hard. Are you kidding me? Especially such like an extreme boost of fame. Babe, like she was literally playing, like she was opening for people and then she's like massive and everybody knows her. That's gonna be fucking hard, doll. I just think everyone needs to leave her the fuck alone. I love her to pieces. Chappell, I really do. I really adore her art. I really love her music. And I think that it sucks that people can't just be fucking normal. But then it also sucks that people are criticizing her for this. I think there should be a support about it. There should be an understanding that, hey, yeah, that would be really difficult because it would. I just don't know where the empathy's gone. Okay, and she's not some bigwig fucking billionaire at at the top. She's still a young girl who's just experienced a meteoric rise to fame. I think that you can have empathy. She is successful and she knows that, all right? And success is a good thing, but she's also allowed to be like, hey, I'm actually also really struggling with this. God, people just have no fucking empathy anymore, and it really confuses me. The discourse is disgusting. Anyway, on that note, I think this will be a bit of a shorter podcast. Maybe. I actually don't really know. My camera's about to turn off, so I'm going to turn off. I really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. I really love you all so much. I really, really do. I'm excited I think that taking the pressure off of a week by week thing is going to help me a lot. I really do. But yeah, I really do adore you all, and I've missed yous. I've fucking missed yous. And I appreciate everyone asking me about the podcast. Anyone want a sausage dog? Saying, hey, when's there's a new episode? We miss you, all that shit. I really do fucking appreciate it. And it gave me motivation. It gave me the motivation to come back. It really did. So I appreciate you all. I fucking love you. Keep an eye out for vlogs and shit, guys. I'm going to be vlogging America, and I'm so excited to take you guys with me for that. I really am so excited. So Keep an eye out. Next time you see me, I'll be with my boyfriend, probably. Or maybe I'll fit another one of these in. I'm not going to put any pressure on myself. Alright. I fucking love yous. I'll talk to yous later. Kisses and cuddles to you all. Good night. Mwah. I'm losing it. I need a Ritalin. I will be gone for a month. Disgusting. I wish you wouldn't. I do wish you wouldn't bite me. I do wish you wouldn't bite me, Stanley. Please stop. Fingers crossed behind my back. I hope they break up because I couldn't even bear if I tried. I'm opposite of money to see. Don't. No. No. Hey! I've been a Chappell fucking stan since 2018, back when she was doing the I've been a fucking Chappell stan since 2018.